I'm Jessica Apfel, Co-Founder and Principal at Riverstone Associates. And today I'm joined by Dr. Magali Azema-Barac to talk about technology and ethics. Magali is a non-executive director who has a PhD in artificial intelligence, a master's in robotics, and a very successful career as a managing director. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Jessica.
Now, Magali, you have a very interesting background. Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Right. So I was going to say it's interesting because when you talk about your background, since we're going to talk about ethics and high tech, is in fact I'm going to divulge my my biases, because my background are the sources of my biases. And as you said, I started as you can tell, I'm French originally. So I studied in France robotics, then moved to London to do my PhD in AI, and then moved from the academic world to the global investment world in the US, principally in the global asset management. But the way I see the world is basically a quant way. So my bias will be analysis or numbers, right? And I'm amazed that throughout my career, the evolution of high tech, and now in my non-exec one, what's fascinating to me is how high tech is everywhere in our personal life, in the business life. It's like an intrinsic part of the way we live and the way we work. So that's me.
Fantastic. And what do you see as the main ethical issues facing boards and executives in technology today?
Right. So obviously boards and exec have been dealing with ethical issues for I was going to say forever, since the beginning. But in a way, high tech is bringing up more ethical issue than before. So the basic ethical issue would be, can we versus should we? And with high tech, what you have is more data about people and about everything. You have more computing power, especially since the day I'm beginning, the computing power is huge. And then you have more or even better computing techniques such as AI. And those three things together bring even more ethical question. Should we use that data? How should we use this data? How should we analyze it? And I'm back again to, we were talking about my background and the built-in biases. And this is exactly it. A high-tech tool has a bias because human build it. And those biases ends up with discrimination, even if I try not to be to have any discrimination, but I know I do, and I need to work on it. Same for a tool, this discrimination. And I think executive leaders are aware of that discrimination, and as well this idea of you're becoming a number. So let me see if I can say dehumanization, if you will, that high tech brings. And leaders are there to build teams that are, and we've talked about, I mean, everyone talks about being diverse, being aware, and being ethical. And that means the leaders as well as the teams are trying to beat up, if you will, discrimination and dehumanization of high tech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fantastic. And so how do you see these issues evolving into the future? Are they likely to change?
Right. So future is always tough to talk about, but really everyone, I think, would agree there will be more visibility. There is pervasiveness of high tech. There will be more friction and what I call self-generation. And I'll explain what. Visibility, the world is more connected. There's more public forum. You may not like social, or the social media may not be perfect, but it is a forum. So the visibility of ethical issue is bound to increase. Next one is really pervasiveness. Even if you're not high tech, if high tech is not your core business, you are using high tech tools, data, or it is part of your day-to-day operation. So there will be more ethical issue brought to your front door, I would say. The other one is friction. There will be different legislation, and there are already different legislation about data, about various aspects of high tech. And let's say cloud computing. Okay, my data is in the cloud, but effectively your data is on a physical server somewhere, and that somewhere is in a certain jurisdiction, and you have to know that and deal with it. So that will increase those ethical issues. And the last one is self-generation. It's kind of funny because high tech advances and there is no stopping. And by itself, because it advances, it generates new problems or issues. And they're good. They're not, ethical issues are not bad. They're just there and you need to address them as an exec or a board member, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you think that executives and directors can prepare themselves for the ethical issues that they're going to face?
I was going to say they always prepare. Being prepared means you keep on reading, you keep on being curious, and you keep on being open. So I would say that they're kind of already doing that. Furthermore, if you're a leader, you used to, take a step back, look at your organization from a strategic mindset. So this is another, think about it as another angle within your strategic mindset, and that's this high-tech angle, and that shows, are you aware of the intended and or unintended consequences of all your high-tech tools or use of data or everything that is bringing to your company? Now, some companies have quote unquote pushed it. Like, I know I'm going to say 3 names of companies, Salesforce, LinkedIn, and NAB have now chief ethics officers, right? That are there to ensure that those technology, that ethical use of technology is implemented or monitored. And there is one that is actually saying, let me read it for you, the use of technology in a way that drives positive social change and benefits humanity. That's a tall order, but it means that embedded into their organization. Now, boards as well can potentially set up an ethic subcommittee.
Yes, yeah.
That'll be another preparation, let's say.
Yeah, very good idea. And any advice for leaders out there get on ethics?
Yeah. So, advice, they always say, easy to say, tough to follow. So it's not, it's not so much advice. It's just, and I think they all know already, is bringing this high tech and ethic within your own mission and set of values. So in a way, it's making sure when you read your company's vision, that it embraces or it encompasses high tech, so that you will have that within your organization. And it's back again to just simple question: should we access this data? Should we use this data the way we are using it? So have these questions in the back or throughout the organization, if you will. It's a bit like ethical issues. It's not that they're never solved. You don't solve them, you probe them, you navigate them. And I know it's a bit of tongue in cheek, but I was going to say, at the end of the day, we humans are in control. Let's not forget that, as far as I know, high tech is not in control. We are. So we need to engage and take responsibility, if you will, for ethics in high tech.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Magali. This is a very interesting discussion. Thank you for joining me today.
Yep. Thank you, Jessica. Bye.